Hello guys, I welcome you back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to design, okay, and how to use Coreldrawl, okay, how to use Coreldrawl for the beginner. Okay, if you are a beginner, you don't know how to use Coreldrawl at all, this video is for you. If you want to improve what you have learned so far on Coreldrawl, this video is for you, because I'm going to start from the scratch, okay, so that you will be able to understand what we mean by Coreldrawl. You can use Coreldrawl by yourself. Maybe you are a YouTuber now, you want to design your thumbnail, you want to design anything by using knowing Coreldrawl. You can do it by yourself. You don't need to contact anyone to design anything for you. Okay, you use it just for you to get the size and start doing your job. Okay guys, so right now I'm using Coreldrawl 2022. okay, as you can see it here now, this is the interface. Okay, as you see this interface right now. So what you are going to do here now, you will now see that in this area, if you have been doing some work, okay, on Coreldrawl, this is where you will see it. Okay, but if it is new like this now, or this one is just a new, I just installed this one for the tutorial here. So this is how it is now. So you can log in directly. This is the interface now. You can log in directly by clicking on this big plus. It will take you to the settings area, or you can come down to this new area. So click on this file and you click on new, it will still taking you back to this place you press. Okay, so if you immediately press this one, it's the same thing here. This is where it will take you to again. Whether you press this or you come to this file, press on new, Control N, it's the same thing. Now in this area now, this is what we call new document. Okay, new document, that is any design you want to design. If you have many customers, you can name their project here by coming here, name the what you want to design, and use symbol. Maybe now you want to design flyer, you can say flyer and B for the symbol of the person that have it. So you know, you may have some different kind of work. Okay, so that is for this one. You just name them. Let's assume it now in this option, just write flyer here. Write flyer, you can say flyer D. Okay, so like that. So and then you custom simply means that you want to custom your work, and then you don't want the settings on the Coreldrawl. Okay, because there are some settings that you don't need to stress yourself on Coreldrawl. Like now, for instance, if you look at this area where we have, okay, let me first explain one after the other. Okay, this custom now is custom. It means that you want to customize, you know, your size of paper you want to use, size, so you put it, you leave it on custom like this. So and then the types of the numbers of pages is 1, as you see it here. And then the primary color mode here, we have CMYK and then RGB. Okay, so these two things is working differently. As you see it now, the CMYK is used for the printed job. Okay, whether you design flyer, anything you design that you want to print, you want to print it out, you want to print it from the big machine so that you will print it out, you will see the object directly. So you use CMYK. Okay, but that is for printing job. But this one RGB is not for printing job. Okay, so maybe you want to design Facebook by banner, you want to design YouTube, thumbnail, all this one, blah blah, on online, Instagram, something like that. You use this RGB. So that is the difference between this one. Okay, so now we come down to the page size here. The page size is A5. Okay, don't forget that time I told you that in this area, if you want to customize, you know, the numbers, the settings of, let's assume now you want to design Facebook banner, and then the Facebook banner, you know the settings, you know the width and the height. You can use this custom. Okay, immediately you use this custom, you are going to change this area to the numbers the width and the height you want to use. You can Google and get any size, anything you want to design. Okay, so that is how you use this one, this costume. But aside from that, you can also use all this costume on this area if you want. So this A5, we use it for flyer. Okay, that flyer. And then I use this A3 for calendar. Okay, I use A3 for calendar. And then we have different design here that you can use. But if you use this one, click on this A5 now. So the settings is already there. You don't need to stress yourself. This is the settings of A5 and it's also in millimeters. Okay, but for instance now, if you want to design banner, those banner, advertising banner, big banner, gigantic banner, what I normally use, if I click on this area now, I use I use feet. Okay, I use feet. The reason I'm using feet because I'm using a tape pro. Because when a customer call me that they need a banner, so I will go outside there. I use, do you know the furniture tape pro? That's what I use. It's based on feet. Okay, I will use it to measure where they want to map the banner. Okay, so that there won't be any mix up. So immediately you measure it, whether it's 1 feet, 1 point something, then just come down here and come and put it here, the height and the width. Okay, so immediately you do that, you start your work. Okay, so there are many things here that you can use, but while all this one you may not be using it, but the one I normally use here is just this A5, A4 and A3, and I'm also using these inches for some design. Okay, some design, and then the fit. So that is what I use. Okay guys, so now after you have know all this one, now the next one is orientation. So the paper may be in this form of orientation, that is the portrait. Okay, why we have this one is a landscape. Okay, the landscape. So this one now, based on the design you want to design. Okay, so that is it all, but normally for the A5 it must be in the in this portrait. Okay, so and then this resolution always be on 300. Okay, but sometimes if you want to use, you can also change it by coming down to this arrow. You can see it here, you can change it like that, but it's based on design, but normal is 300. Okay, you can leave it like that. So aside from after this one, you go and click OK. Okay, you just click the OK like this, and immediately you click OK, the page here will pop up. Okay, as this page pop up now, what are you going to do here? Right now you'll be able to see something here. Look at this place, you can see it's not updating. Okay, this is the size of the A5 paper. Okay, you can see it here. You can see A5 paper here. You can see all the paper we saw that time is here. Also, you can change it. Maybe you forgot to use whether you want to use A3, but you have used it down before. You can also change it in this place. Okay, so you can now see the portrait here. So you can also change it to landscape if you wish. You can see it now, it will change to landscape. So let's take it back to the portrait as you can see right now. So the next thing now, you now see that this place is not updating. How can you make it update? Look at this rectangle. Okay, just double click the rectangle and you can now see that it's updating now. Okay, by updating it now, you will be able to do whatever you want to do and it will reflect on it. But if you are not updating it, you will just find it that whatever you are doing, like you want to color it, you won't be able to color. For this one now, you'll be able to color. Since you have updated, just come down to the rectangle and then you double click it, it will update whatever the color you want to color it, it will start showing there. Okay guys, hope I'm communicating. So now I want you to understand all this angle. Okay, like now all this area is called menu bar, and then we have property bar, we have text bar here, we have here color palette. Okay, now if you are using anything here from this place down here, don't forget that it has the property. It's the property means that it has something that will make it all go well, something that will make it more attractive. Okay, so by the time you click anything here, just focus on this area. Okay, as I'm using it, explaining it right now, you'll be able to understand it more. Okay, so that is for that. And then this menu bar is, this one is there. Okay, you can use all these ones for design, object, effect, bitmap, text. Maybe you are editing photo, you want to make your everything like that. Well, so I will be giving you Coreldrawl right now, but let me just start from the beginner so that beginner can understand. Now, since we have know all this angle right now, this area and this area, don't forget when you are working on this, any object you this taskbar, so it will be reflecting in this area. But if you are using any color here, it will be reflecting in this. You can see the color I've used now, you have seen it here. But let me explain this page now. In our settings we use one page. Okay, let's assume now that you are designing exercise book. By designing exercise book, now you'll be able to see that in that exercise book, so it has some pages. So when you are through with first page, you can come to this plus, you add the pages. You can add as many pages as you want. Okay, but that is not where we are going today. Now I want to start from this file. Okay, this is the file. Now this is one I told you that time that you can click and press this new, it will still take you to that settings I will first say that time. Okay, so and then this open, you have anything in your computer, you can open and say. So if you want to save your work you have designed, you want to save it, so this is what you are going to use and save directly. So if you save this one directly, it will go to your computer. If you save this one directly, it will save with your Coreldrawl, so that if there's any editing, you can edit it. Or if the customer call you that they need that type of this, if you save it with Coreldrawl, it will be easier for you to edit rather than using this one. If you save it with this one, you won't be able to edit it, so just take note of that. Okay, you can import anything, export. So this one, now when you finish, import this one from your computer. Okay, you can also export this one. Export when your design finish, you can export it and look the way the printer will print it out. So all this one you can send it, you can publish to PDF, you can use this one. If you want to print it, if you have computer, maybe you want to print your ID card, something like that, you can come down here, you print it. If you have the machine, okay, so I will still be using the machine now, but let me just start from the beginning so that everybody will understand. Okay, so that is for file, and all this one is also useful, but I will rather come down. I'm still going to use this one when I'm explaining something here, but let me just come down from this place now. Now the work I've started now. So what are we going to do here is to come down to this area. This is what we call pick to select, position or transform object. Okay, right now I want to pick this rectangle. Okay, like now, do you see it now? And if I want to pick it, it's working two type. Okay, it involves two things, as you see the pick tools. If you want to pick it like this, you won't be able to pick it. You can see now it will be drawing the triangle go. What are you going to do? Immediately you use the object, you draw it like this, you come down to this pick tool again, you click on it. Okay, immediately you click on it, it will relieve the rectangle, will relieve, so you will be able to do whatever you want to do. But right now, this one now, if you want to pick it now, you can easily pick it from this place to this side. Okay, so that is the work of the pick tools. Okay, that is the work of the pick tools. Okay, you can move it, you can place it anywhere. so you can place it anywhere. So that is the work of the pick tool. So this one now, I will just be teaching you the basic one here. As you can see, we also have some arrow here, so it means that all this pick, after aside from pick tool, you use freehand pick, we use free transform. All this one is also useful, but I will show you the basic one that you need to know, because everything in this Coreldrawl, it's not everything that you will use. Some of these taskbar that you see here is not everything. I have not been using some, it's just some few of it that I'm using. Okay, it's not everything that you will be using, so but I will explain everything, all the details of the important one. Okay, so the next thing is here we have shape tools. Okay, this is the shape tools, and shape tools, we use it to edit a curve object. Okay, like now you want to design logo, you want something like air, you want to design, you want to do many things, you can use it. For instance, now if I click on this eclipse tools here, if I just draw this eclipse tools, do you see that now? If I want to cut it right now, I will come down to this shape tools here. Do you see that? Sorry, so I will come down to this shape tools here. So as you can see, you will now come down to this area. Do you see that? So you can just click on it like this. If I want to cut something like this shape, I cut it away. You can see, so I can cut this away like this. I will come back to this pick tools, so it's another thing. So we just use it to, because you can see it here, we use it to edit a curve, any curve that you want to curve it based on the logo that you want to do. So we also use it for another thing of manipulating node. Okay, all this character, text character, something like that. Okay, so just let me just explain so that you can understand. So that is what we can use that one for. And then aside from that, we also have this is crop tools. Okay, under the crop tools, I told you that it has some knife, we have virtual segment, delete, we have eraser, but the basic one here is crop tools. Okay, this crop tools, now you will see the work right now. So if I want to crop this area, maybe now I want to cut away this area, so I just want only this area to be reflected here. So I will come down here. You can see if you click on this clear, it will clear it, that is, you don't want to cut anything. But if you click on this one like this, you can now see that this area has been disappeared. So you'll be able to design whatever you want to design here and use this one. So crop tools, or you want to edit picture, the picture is something you want to use it, you want to crop some things away, or you are using paper, you want to, so you can use it for many things. Okay, you can use it for many things. So that is for that, but I will just be explaining the basic one for you right now. And then aside from that one, now see, and then you will now be able to see that there's some function here. All this function is useful. Maybe you want to combine this area to this. I told you, whenever you pick anything here, just be looking at this area. So like this one now, word, you want to word it together, you word this one together. You want to trim, we want to trim area, so I will still go to that side. So let me first come down to this area. So this third one here, this is zoom. Okay, this zoom, you will use it to reduce the interface of this A5 paper, whether anything you want to do. Like for instance, now if I click on this zoom, now don't forget, you go to the property, you'll be able to see that we have plus here, we have minus here. So the basic thing is that to reduce, if you press minus, it will reduce to small. So if you press big, maybe you are designing and you want to write something, you want to write it. After you write it, now you can still reduce it to the normal one. So that is the work of this this zoom. Okay, as you can see it now, it's still updating. Okay, until you go back to this pick to press it again, it will disappear. Okay, so the next one here is what we call freehand tools. This freehand tools, we use it to draw curve, straight line and segment. Okay, if you click on it right now, you'll be able to see all this one. I can see now the most important thing that you can use here, everything is important though based on the work, but the one I normally use, this is pen tools. Okay, this pen tools, you can use it to for creative. Okay, if you want, some design, you want it to be creative. For instance, now as you can see this area, if I do like this, you just hold this one. Do you see? You click on this now, you can come down to this area, you can come to this area. It's based on what your work. Okay, for instance, now you can delete. So that is that one. So you can make sure that this work, as you can see it here now, it's another work entirely now. Okay, you can fill this area with another color. Okay, you can fill this area with another color. So but I will see if I want to fill it now. I'm going to this place, but let me start explaining it from all this area. Okay, so aside from that, pen tools, you can also use it to trace some picture. Okay, so draw curve in segments, you preview each segment as you draw. So we use it for that. And then aside from that, it's very, very important in Coreldrawl, as you see. So you must learn how to hold it and use it. Okay, you can see just click like this, move it up like this, you can come like this. You see that? You can do like this. You see that? You can take it like this. It's based on the sign you want to, so everything like that. So you just curve. Okay, so let me delete it away. So it's very useful for design. Okay, aside from that, you come down to this area where we have artistic media. Okay, this one we use this artistic media. So all this one we also use it, smart drawing, live sketch. You want to sketch something, maybe now you want to use another person logo. Okay, you just have to draw the picture and put it there, and you start sketching it out by this one. So that is all this one, but I don't use it. For me, I don't use that. But in this one now, this is rectangle, and then we also have point rectangle. The basic one here is rectangle. So as you can see, the rectangle now is the first thing we use it to update the interface to make sure that this area is filled with anything you want to fill. So you just double click it. That is the work. You double click it now, you see that this area will pop up again. So that is what you. And then the second one is that you can also use this rectangle. You can see the rectangle now. So by this one now, you can change this object to another thing. As you see this rectangle, don't forget you come down to the property here. You can see this property, and by the time you are changing this area, it will see that it will be reflecting. It will be reflecting. You can see it's changing to another form. Okay, just be pressing it like this. It will change to another form. It will start changing to another form. So it's based on the design or where you want to clip it. Okay, you can see it now. Just be pressing it like that. Be pressing it. So let me just leave it for the purpose of the video, so that the video will not be long anyhow. So for this one now, you can also reduce it like this. Okay, you can place it somewhere here. Maybe place it somewhere here. Do you see that now? So you can clip some picture. You have picture on your phone, on your laptop. For instance, now you can come down here. I told you that time that import. You can import something from your computer by click on that import. So you come to your document, wherever the thing is it. For instance, this desktop. Okay, go to desktop, and then under the desktop here, you can search for the picture you want to. Okay, for instance, now if I want to pick this one now, I'll just import it directly. You see that? So sorry for this. So I will import it directly. You can see it's going like this. Just press the right click here and hold it down. Do you see that now? And you can see now it's updating, and you want to place it inside this frame. So that is how this design have started now. Okay, so I'll just explain all this one. So you want to place it inside this hole now. So what we are going to do is, as you can see, this one is updating now. So what you are going to do is just come down to this place. You come down to this object, because this is object that you want to place here. So you come down to the object up here, just click on the object. You come down to the power clip here. So as you see the power clip, you can now see that this place inside the frame. Okay, you click on it like this. You can now see this arrow. You take the arrow inside this frame, you put it like that, it will go there directly. Okay, so if you want to edit it, and then you can also draw it there, but the purpose of using power clip is because is that it will rhyme with any angle that you want to fix it. It will rhyme. That is why it's very good to use power clip. Okay, so aside from that, now you can come down to this edit. Now you will see what I'm talking about. Now you can see it. Now you can just draw it in this form. Do you see that? Draw it in this form. You can see it here. Now you can see that it's not matching, but since you have using power clip, it will rhyme with it. Just click on this. Do you see that? So it will rhyme. So that is why it's very good, very good to use power clip. Okay, power clip. You want to power clip it. So you can see now this one has done like that. So we are still in this rectangle. Okay, so I've talked about the rectangle, and then this one also. Don't forget, in this rectangle we also have some function that's also important here. Okay, I told you the 3-point rectangle. Okay, so on down, this one is ellipse. Okay, the ellipse chose is drawing circle. Okay, and ellipse by dragging in the drawing window. So this one, if you want to draw circle like something like this, okay, if you want to design a logo like those ring logo, all this one, so this one now you can do it in this form. And then I told you, whenever you use this angle like this circle ellipse, now the property as shown here, look at the property here now. So you can come down here and write show. If you click this one, you can see it will start changing. If you cut it in this form, it will start changing it based on the joining of the thing you want to use. Okay, if you click this one back, it will change. If you click this one now, you now come down to this area. Maybe whether you want it to face up, you will see it will just face up like this. Okay, it will just face up. If you want it to go to the other side, that's mirror horizontal, it will just go there. So all this one, just forget whatever you are doing here, focus on this area. Sorry for this, focus on this area. Okay, so this is for that one now. So let me delete this and move to the next one. And don't forget that in this ellipse, so in this ellipse now, so we also have 3-point ellipse, so you can use that. So the next one here is what we call polygon tools. Draw polygon by dragging in the drawing window. This is the polygon. This is the polygon. So this polygon now, we can change it to star. You can change it to anything. Okay, you can change it to anything of it. Okay, so by coming down to this area, you see, if you start using it like this, you will start changing it to many things. Just be pressing it, and if you come back, just do it in this form, press it in this form, it will change, it will start changing. Just starts changing. So now what you can do, you can also use it upward like this. Maybe now you have, let me come back to this area again. So here now, you click on it like this. You can see now it changed to another thing. Let me delete it and do it again so that you can see exactly. I want it to form something. Okay, so this is polygon now, and this polygon now, this is polygon 5. It based on, if we take it back, this is what we call 4. If you do it to this is 1, that is rectangle. So you can also use this one. Maybe now you are setting some question, maybe you are using Coreldrawl, angle, and mathematics. So this is how you get all this. You can change this one to 2. Okay, this is 3. You have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and it will continue changing like that to that circle. Okay, so that is what you can use this one for. Okay guys, so let me just delete that. Now as you see this polygon, now it also have some function here. So okay, yes, this function, you can see this, we have star, like Gouda, or this star, something that there's, we have spiral. This one is just like, you know, that mosquito coil. If you want to draw that, you want it based on the design. All this one is, and then graph paper, you want to draw graph, this is all you use it. So you just come down to this area and it will pop up. Okay, so I won't be able to explain everything here. Okay guys, so because of the video, so if you want star, you can use this one. And let's assume now, let me just use this star right now. You see the star, so you can start changing, updating it here. Can you see it will give you different type of star you want? You can see now it will change many things just whenever you use it. So this is how everything works like that. Okay, and then let me just leave it like that and delete it. You can use it anyhow. So this is under star now. So if you come down to this place is test tools. Okay, and it's very, very important in Coreldrawl. You know, whatever design you want to do, you must be able to write. You will write. There's no how you will not write. So test tool, if you want to write anything, just click on this test tool now, test tools. So you can click on this area. You see that you can start writing. You can start AM graphics. Okay, AM graphics. So in this AM graphics designer, you can write it now. So by this one now, you can press Ctrl A. So Ctrl A now, immediately you press Ctrl A. So you can come down to these test tools to change it to uppercase or lowercase. You can also press F3. So, okay, Shift key and F3, it will also update it. So you can now see, come down to this. This is change to case. If you want to change it to case, you press this one. So we have this lowercase. If you want everything like this one, okay, but if you want it in lowercase, you want it uppercase, you want it title case, that only the first letter should be in capital letter. So you can use it like that. If I will leave it in uppercase now and press OK, you can see now is everything has turned to uppercase. So that is how we use this one. And then you can change, we have different fonts. Okay, so now these fonts, you can download different fonts, that the fonts you want. You know, some fonts when you use it will make your design to be more adorable and people will like it. Okay, so different fonts. Okay, so all this place now, if you come down to here, so you can select different. You can see now that this AM graphic that I used that time, you can see this one, it's telling me that this is how it will be. So you just come down here, FB, so it come down here, and this arithmetic black C. So all this one, this is how it will look like. So if you just click on this one now, so can you see now? So you can now increase the point, the volume. Okay, you can see it now. You can increase it to your taste here. If you leave it on 100 now, so everybody is bold like this, so you can leave it here. You put it in this area. as you can see it here now, you can take it down to this area, you can see, so you can reduce it again, so that you can reduce it to 72. You can change the font so that it can, you can take it, you can use it white color to make it outside, you can see. So that is the work of this text tools. Okay, we also have, don't forget, we have some function here also, that is this function. We have table, maybe you want to draw some tables, maybe in calculation or anything, tables like this, you can also use this one. Okay, so that's for that. And then we have this one, as you can see, parallel dimension tools, and this one also, connector tools. All these connectors, so maybe you want, if you are doing networking, okay, all this is useful. And then in this area, we have shadow tools. These shadow tools, this designer, if I want shadow tools for this design, this, I mean this right up right now, so I will come down to this shadow tools here. You can see now, so you can see the function here. So this one has shows here. I can decide to pick anyone, inner, or if it's drop down shadow, you see that if it is drop shadow tools, and this one, you can click on it, you can see now it will start updating. Do you see that? You can now see that it has changed the white to another things entirely. So that is the work of this shadow tools. We also have transparent tools. Transparent tools, you use it for, so it's a partially revealed image area underneath the object. So maybe there is area that is not well enough, so this place will reveal it, and let me just use it here. So you can now see the under the we have uniform transparent, we have this one now. So for instance now, fountain transparent, if I want to use it here, let me I'll first update this area that I want to use for this color now. You see that now? So I will now come down to this transparent tools here. I can use this fountain tools. Okay, you can see now it's based on the what I want to change. Maybe one different color. Okay, like this one now. You put down here. You want the blue to be just reflecting little. Okay, do you see that? You can also change the color by clicking on this place. Okay, you can see you can reduce it to the light one like this. So you can change the color here, come down to this area. Okay, you can use any color that you want here. So that is what the work of this transparent tools. It will just transparent it like this. So you know that in this situation now, you can change this to this black. So any color you want here. Don't forget that any color you are using here, it will be updating here. So now, aside from that, now you can now see we have done this transparent. Okay, and we also have this color eyedrop tools. These color tools now, maybe you see some color that you don't want this one, you don't want to use this. Okay, you can download some colors on YouTube, so you store it on your computer. So you just import it here. Immediately you import it here, you just pick this, immediately you pick it. Like now, if I want to pick this baby nose here, the color of the baby nose here, this things, this one, this red color, this color, now I will just pick it like this. If I pick it, okay, I will drop it somewhere here. Do you see that? It has changed like that. So that is the work of this one. You just use it to pick color. Okay, you use it to pick color. So that is that. And then you come down to you can see now it's still updating. You move down to the pictures, should make it disappear, and then in that one, we come down to this smart tools. So under this smart tools, we have interactive fill, we have smart fill. Okay, this tool is very important. Like now, you want some area of the angle to cut away. As I use it that time, you can use this smart tools. If you want this area now, like now, if I want this area to be cut away, maybe I want another color to be here. I don't want this color, I want different color here. I will use this smart tools to do that. And if I want transparent tools, if I want different color in this area, this color and another color, I will use this interactive tools. Okay, for instance now, okay, let me first update this area. First, don't forget, you have to update it first before you use this, and then you come down to this area. Okay, interactive tools. Now you can come this area, you see that. Okay, and then I will use this. I will now pick color that I want here. You can start picking color you want, so that it can make, so you can pick it here also. You see that. If you now leave it like this, now you come down to this, you can now see that is where you have different color in your design. Okay, so this is exactly basic tools on Coreldrawl. Okay, and then there's something we also have, some other taskbar. If you look at this plus, okay, add frequent use item or remove. All this one now, maybe you want to remove something here and want to add another thing here based on the design you want to do. You can press this plus and add and remove there. Okay, so that is exactly what you can do on this Coreldrawl. Okay, so the last thing I will teach you here, let's assume that I want to print this project. Okay, just everybody to note that whenever you want to print project, in Nigeria now, their system, they are using old system, except you first go and make an inquiry from where you want to print any printing job. Okay, but if you are not making inquiry, normally their machine is basically on Coreldrawl 2013. So in this one now, any project you use, whether 2024 2025 you use it, you have to convert it. Okay, you have to convert it by coming down to this area. If you come down to this save as Coreldrawl now, you will be able to see that in this place now, you can see the version I'm using now. I'm using Coreldrawl 2022. Okay, so now if you want to convert it, ask your printer which Coreldrawl are they using, so that when you want to print it, it will print your job correctly. Because all this one now, if you use 2022, maybe where you are printing they are using 2004 2003, it means that your work, they won't even see it at all. So you can see all this one, this is 2021 2027 different one. Okay, here, so immediately you click on it like this, the work will convert to that, and then they will be able to click it, they will be able to print it directly. So just this one as a bonus for everyone here. Okay, so this is how the basic knowledge on Coreldrawl. Okay, this is the basic knowledge on Coreldrawl. So the next video, I'm going to show you design, how to start design, how to start making things up, how to start cutting different shapes. So that is the next video. Okay guys, so if you find this tutorial helpful, consider to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for my next update guys. Peace.